You know that when the few people figure out the old history and the old lessons that they have, the old civilization circle the flowers of life or the tree of life. In the Holy Bible, it said that it was a tree of life and the tree of knowledge. But when they eat, Adam and Eve, it said that Creator hide that tree of life somewhere in the world that nobody will find it until he will lose that sin, because he will not give him the eternal life until he have that sin. You must know that all of the prophets or how they call them, the wise men, all the wise men, they saw something, they really saw. And what I wanted to explain, you know, that circle, how that work, how the spirit work, at least what I will show, how he showed me, I will try to describe the best way I can to tell you how it's go. For example, the best figure I will describe, because Jesus really saw the figure of the creation, of the Creator, the real Creator, how he was before becoming everything he became. How much he know, I told you that already, that he know from which soldier hit bullet another soldier, for example, just a little thing, how much he know. But Jesus saw, but Creator was like that. I know what I know, and Jesus was, you know what God know. I said, no, God know what I know, and Jesus said, no, you know what God know. God know what God know, and okay, then it's a God, and He Spirit in the second transformed that figure from the Creator to the God. And that's how Spirit works. When you start to believe in something, if it is not true, you will say, okay, you want to believe that is now true, and it will open. But you will go always in circles, right? The next thing is what people did very big mistake, because they think that he didn't know something, but everything what he created he didn't know. I don't know anything what we came up new. We think, hey, this he didn't know. And that's really that's another circle, because he knew everything from computers to everything what future is telling us. He knew that before he made the first civilization, and it was a lot before us. And even before they discovered that, he already knew that. Maybe because they also thought he didn't know, he created another life to show him that I really did not know. Because I told you, this is his most favorite word. Everything what he say is just, you know that you knew, you know that you knew, you know that you knew. And I felt it and I heard it a lot of time, really a lot of time. And one more thing, we are too much focusing what the circles are showing us, but not what they're teaching us. That's a bit different. You know, you can see everything there, but what will help you there? But more importantly, what will teach us that circle? And in that circle, you can really see your conscious how much far did you come and how much far you will go. But I don't know how you do that with circle, but I know other ways. But no matter which way you will choose, everything starts up here. Here is the main battleground. because every thought that you have, it counts. Then is the heart. The heart is the more important, but we use a lot of head, but we need to learn to use heart in the right time. But yeah, it starts in the head, because you can do much good thing, much everything and everybody. You can deceive everybody in the world, but you cannot deceive him. He knew every your motive, why you doing it, what you hiding, what you don't want to know to people to know why you doing that, you know. And it's really hard because we follow their example, and they caught us like a fish on a bait, and we want to prove for that. But I like to think you don't need a proof, because you have common sense. And Jesus said one time, if you have eye, look. If you have ears, hear. If people know what he means by that. Because if you have eye on the right place, you will see such much things, such much greater things than that just fame and money. Because I notice the people in the Americas, north and south, more north, from the birth to the end, they have eyes only on glory and no on glory, on fame. Glory is different. On fame and money. The fame and the rich, that's for them more important. But that's the two main things that will not allow you come in the next step of your consciousness. You can go so far, and you will even give that feeling to you, you know, circle will give you. But don't blame me because you cannot go further. Because we all need to change our ways. And when I said all with me, all people, all around the world people, especially the politics, they're playing games, but they don't know what they're playing. Today they think they have a dice in their hand, but one day, and pretty soon, this day will turn, and they will lose that dice, and they will lose that power. And what then? And everything what we, for example, did you ever notice how many UFO pictures I saw him in my life? Really a lot. I saw him really a lot. But they all have one in common. For example, every plane, from the best plane, okay, not regular plane, have at least one shot, one for fighting and two rockets. Did you ever see that on UFOs? And there is that. If you have eyes, see. They're not even one picture didn't see that they have that. And what tells you that? That they're very peaceful, right? And in the Russia, they crushed them down. They think they were angry? No, they knew that this will happen. Because they will not go fighting us. They are too smart and too intelligent. And they don't want to, what movies show that they are bad and everybody, that's far science fiction. And they want you to believe that. Because they got you in their seas, or how to say, their cube, something like that. Yeah. And that's wrong. Why? They're playing games with us, but they're allowed to, because when he come in the contact with you, you cannot just read your mind. He know everything, what you will use it, that knowledge he will give you. He will know everything. And they have under the, I don't know how they're stupid. They think that from up there they don't know they have that down there. Because they don't hiding from us, they hiding from them. They think that they don't know that they're doing that. because they said don't do that. But we will not listen, right? We want our own game, our own power. But everything has its price. But that's something for another time. Yeah, one nice thing that I saw, and he saw how the I don't know, soul, or call it what you want, or call it astral body or spiritual body or soul, they all represent the same thing. They all represent body which live in afterlife. When we die, we go with that body there. And that soul, for me, really nice name, it's soul. It really suits me right. It's have the right shape, right everything. And the soul is, when we pray to the Almighty, it's nice to pray, but we don't need to use words. We can just be silent and focus on our sense, not sense, but sense, to feel with what we feel. And the soul will pray for us, and soul know what we need. We don't know what we need. We think that we know, but thinking and knowing, it's a big difference. And soul is always go, you know that you know, you know that you know. And the Almighty will just put there what you need to know and what you need for your life. It's never good to expect from the God or Almighty that He will make us rich, He will make us that, He will make us that. Yeah, it's happened, but that's more or less destiny. Or it's funny when people say that someone rich is more, it's blessed than someone poor. That will never, never in the million years be true. Even the Jesus said that I don't know what can go easier to the meal, rich guy or the, how to say, horse, camel. I don't know how to say that, but that's far from it. Not that they cannot come, but they are those who are not so greedy and who give, who the much more they give, the much they will be received. Just, you must know that everybody, it's like an ant, everybody have this space. And afterlife is the same. It's no, not everybody will be the same judge. Those who are down will totally different. One time he showed me, I saw that picture of the Pope in the gold and everything, and he sit in the next right, on the right was the young poor black African boy playing in the mud, and he was really skinny, really, he really touched me. And he just, I saw just how he, this in afterlife, he just drink. It's rather other way around will be in afterlife. He will be like him, and he will be like he. And when that day come, I will ask him, sorry, I will say to him, sorry that you need to live, but I know that you could do that. That's what I sent you there. That's that relationship that is gone, and it's need to come back. Because even the aliens are very spiritual beings. They're much more than we. And if we will try to kill the spirituality in us, we will doom forever. We will just let it go us and not even touching us. We will just like a smoke, poof. But before we're gonna do that, they're gonna have a lot to answer. Lots. And I'm just here to give the message that it's no more games. No more playing with people's lives, because if you're gonna do that, you're gonna pay that. You know how much in the head, what I said, there's very start, you know, when someone wanna hurt you or this, trying in the head not even said bad things to him. Try to be totally relaxed, and it's enough for you to know that you know, not him. Because if he trying to have something against you, I don't know, he don't even know you, and he have something against you, he don't know. And he's really on the low level of perception. But if you're gonna strike back even in your mind, beware, you're on the same point as he is. Because everything starts here and then go further. The head, for me, the most holy thing is not soul. It's brain. Brain is the cell. And you really need to be careful what you're gonna put in. My next presentation I will tell little, I will dedicate it for the mentally ill people. And some techniques to show them how I went through and what helped me a lot. If I didn't do that, I will did suicide, I think, long time ago. But that helps me. But I also said one really story, nice, what happened before when I tried to do suicide, what happened to me that day. It was really touching and beautiful thing. But that's for the next time. Yeah, and he showed me also for the natives that they kind of summon two very powerful spirit, like almost God-like it. But that's where things get messier. That's two gods are the most dangerous what this world saw, and that too work against them. They started to work. I don't have a heart to tell them why, but if someone will want to know, I will tell you by especially, but when I will be circled to talking to them, I can tell you, but I will not tell you like this, because it's a really low thing to do to people who almost, I can say, created you, and they were created to protect you, but no, there was also too much pride, too much stubborn. No, we will do our way. Then you watch, then the Almighty, yeah, that's it. But it's also end of that. But let's go really slow, you know, I will not use process word, because that's more, it's a way that you go decline in the life that drive us. It's nothing overnight. It is happen overnight, but then go slowly and slowly further to the main goal. And the main goal is what I tell you, that everybody, no matter what religious, what faith you will choose, you will call another person your brother or a sister, because that's what we are. And that's what he wants. And he has so much love for everyone. Even he was scared when that happened, and he protected them with his personal spirit. And when I saw that, that's the most beautiful thing I saw in my whole life. And I saw lots of beautiful things. But that was the most powerful and beautiful thing. And to think that people rather have fame and money instead try to acting, I said in previous, like a sense, more lighting like a wise guy, because they try to do computers smarter. Instead they need to do wiser, because if computer will be wise, he will do things before you. He will do what he will know that is best, not what you think is the best, but for him. And if they make the machine wiser, is then maybe machine alive. Because I think the wiseness has something to do with our awareness. At least the doors are a little closed when I talk about that. And those two spirits work against you. Really, I must tell you, because that was the must. Saw this, the door was totally open, and you must start now. Those who know what you're talking about, they will know, they will listen. And yeah, but they're also don't working with your enemies, your biggest fear. They're possessed with your biggest fear. But he told me also that you will know, I also know what I'm talking about, but you will also know the biggest fear that you think you have, the obvious one that you trying to, I know I did, and I think because I try on your wiseness do that, I saw that. That's the biggest fear. It's just illusion. That's not a fear. That's just that what that spirit wants you, because you can never ever beat him. But when you let it go, this obvious fear, the biggest fear, and just for let it go and to see deep inside, you will then see your natural fears. Natural fears first from the person who you know, then who you don't know, and in the world your fear, what your personal fear from your childhood, then you're gonna explore that, not the biggest fear. Just don't try to fight the biggest fear, because that's just illusion to not allow you to go on the other side. But know that they didn't do that consciously. They think you will, but they how to say, they jump on him, and when you will succeeded, they want to glory for themselves. And I said glory, not fame, because that's different. Is it better fame or eternal glory? Because his glory is really like the best cartoon you ever saw, and you are in it. You can be alone if you wish, or just the person you wanna be. And if you look at the cartoons or planets, or he showed me the nice thing like a turtle. I would say, for example, turtle. How to become? I was sleeping and just tried to wake and said, "Look at this." I felt like turtle, and turtle become. So in the fact that scientists and religious, but no one, right? No one, because it wasn't God's doing that. Something much bigger than God did that. And also science, that's happened by nature, by, I don't know, by those laws. That's also not true. He knew for turtle before the Big Bang, for all animals, and in the future also, what will, because somewhere right now, it's just starting a time. Into this moment, it's starting a time. And one planet that I told you is becoming a new planet, and they will soon looking for that planet. But that's for some other time. Yeah, that's fear natives, dear natives. If you know what, but I think you pretty much know what I'm talking about, because I think I saw he should, because what he saw, I know that you saw that. If not you, someone of your people did see it. I'm definitely sure that. But I don't know if you saw that spirit that protects you. Is the best spirit I ever see. And that was his primary state. Even Jesus saw that, but not in that shape. And I don't know, at that time, even then, when he started believe that God created the universe and not the other way around, he didn't saw the whole truth. Yeah. That spirit is really something, and I saw in the afterlife how we play with him and how he guides us, and when here we life end, but what I'm not sure, what I sure, we will go to another place. But I don't know if he will transform us so we will look differently, because I thought that for the first time I thought that reincarnation is really exists. Why? Because I was so obsessed from my childhood day with the snakes, and I was totally convinced in the past life I was one. But whenever I thought the door was closed, not even little closed, when I thought about reincarnation. But when I got the idea that we were all with him, almost not all the time, just for the second, he gave us a conscience so we know what's going on, and just soon we dream his dream again. That's really happened a lot before, when the seed come to the mother. But if I really know the soul, you get it before you get out of your mother belly. Then when you get this, who you will be. He's shown me that he will, but I don't know if he will be the good people, only the good, those who did bad work and who will help to World War III will if they will not come, we will all be saved. If will come, those people who will be responsible will never see that. Or we will be just like an angel for them, because we who know what's right and wrong can help the others in that way, and they will have us for the myths and for something like that, right? It's really beautiful. Something like that will happen. I'm not making stuff up. I'm just telling you what he showed me that will happen. But transformation, that is something that possible. For example, people who nobody heard about them, but it's so good in life that nobody knows, but people hate them because people are jealous of that. People who have knowledge, don't have school, don't have money, but they have knowledge, and they're angry at them because Almighty gives them. But in the second, when they're angry at them, they are angry at Him, but they're too afraid to be angry at Him. But He given that. You like it or not, because you have the problem, not He. He want that. He for everybody want that. Yeah, and I saw this world when we will be in like some kind of angel. Yeah, some people, the biggest state of consciousness, I think, is the sun. And if you really will be good in life, you can someday become that, if you have glory, if you have goal for that. But you need to put materialism totally not important. Only that you need for your life, nothing more. Nothing more. Not for fancy clothes, not for fancy cars, just a regular car, just a regular clothes, you know. And you will be too happy. And that relation between our brains and materia is really something special. When you try to go deeper in yourself and try to find those connections in you, I saw someday they try to figure out that how to say mentality with lots of people, right? That's earth mentality. And if you wanna follow that mentality, the earth mentality, she have really bright mystical spirits, as they say, and that's true. And that's waiting her. He give her that, and it's waiting for us. Then we'll come to the right place. If not, we will play in afterlife. But only in life I sense them in life. So if I sense it, why will you not? But don't worry. Even if you will not sense. Maybe it's just that for me, I didn't figure out this point. You still have that opportunity to be that. But don't force everybody to live every 10 youngers will stay there, and we hope we will stay in the village. Every tent will go, but every tent, and that should be, but not just his priority, the whole priority. You know what the people say? We need more love, but what do you think when you say the love is hard work, nothing else? You just don't say I love you. If you just say that, well, nothing will happen. But you need to show that love, work with that love. Everything what you're doing is doing with that love. In the sense, like you will chop a head off with your love. But you will not do that. Just like feeling you will give. How strong his love is. And I'm telling you, it's the most powerful thing I ever see. And I think I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. All people are in that world. Why do you think they don't come back? Because every 2,000 years someone come and tell us. But after me, the people come will upgrade me. Where people before me, I just learn from them. I learned from my past mistakes, for the history, and I saw everything what they did wrong, and what they did wrong, I don't want to do that. But something that world don't do it. At least what politicians show that they don't do that. Well, that's just a warning to the world politician. You're playing really dangerous game. You're playing something you wish you never played. And when you put fear of just one person, and you make your decision one effect on someone you don't like because your personal interest in, nobody can help you. And everybody who you don't want to will be more better treated like you will be. Yeah, in my vision I also saw the Chinese go out from Tibet and even apologize and said, no, it's okay, you can do now, we will not interfere. And I saw not just Russian and American, even Chinese doing the best what they can for Mother Africa to help those people, because they need our help. We live here lives happy, smiling, but just think right now, in this moment, in Syria, in Africa, how much people live with the fear, how much is right now killed because our politicians. Is that right? We make them angry, and now we wanna judge them because they doing that. And we then support them and acting like they got the bait, they can't prove that, so even they can tell, but they will not prove that. But people know, people are not stupid. Dear Bob Marley said one time a really nice thing: you can fool people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. And when you see the light, stand up for your right. Yeah, he was a really great guy, and he was a really good person. He's in a very, very good place. He had some skeletons in, but that was 2 liters to begin, nothing. And he also know about Orthodox Church. Don't forget it, Ethiopia is the mother of the Orthodox faith. I think that from the Greece went to Ethiopia and to North. Yeah. That's just the warning for the politician. Yeah, if you're gonna start and if Native Americans can forgive you for what you do to them, why can you forgive someone else because he didn't do half what you did to them? And that's problem have all the world. We cannot forgive. But if we cannot forgive, we will go eye for the eye. We will all be blind. Because that will blind you. That eye for the eye wasn't in the sense that if you will hurt me, I will hurt you. No. If he will hurt you, the Almighty will hurt him, not you. You just stay calm and stay neutral in your mind. Just give him no. Give him no. That you will not let him. But not more. Not strike down or strike back with that. That's difference. That's really big difference. Because everything starts here. Be aware of that. Every thought, everything you did here is noticed. Is recorded. You're recording it. And he can just play it back. Like what's at that time he said. And it will go. And you knew that you knew. And you knew that you knew. Just say, why don't you want to know? If they can, why you can forgive Russian for what they did? Because Russian changed totally. Today you acting like aggressor. American politician, not American people, because they're very good. I know they are. And I love America just because of them. I grew up on their movies, on the, I don't know, from E.T. to Dolphin, what was the Flipper the Dolphin. I grew up on the same thing that you. And I remember where I was before I was born here. Pretty much I was, the last time, before I was born, I was in Latin America. And I was 1000% sure that I will stay there. Just I forgot it what happened a long time ago. A long time ago. I can still remember, yeah. I think that song, when I remembered it, when he wrote that song, I remember it. What I gave promise. And how Almighty do that, you see? They cannot deceive him. Everybody wants, so I will be born there. But only native didn't have problem with that. And for them God bless him. And God bless everyone who don't have problem with that. Because the big light is smiling upon you. All those who have problem, you will have a lots of more problem. That's his way. He was always will do the proud people will have problem with that. The next boy or girl that's coming after me, it will come from South Korea. No, North Korea, from North Korea. So that they will have the biggest problem. And that's not a promise. He will see that. He will know that. Maybe we all will not know about him, but we will be with him at the time. When I will go in the other world, because I will give again my primary states who I was, and I will be glad to help him in any way I can. All her, because I think the next will first find the girl, because after me it's end. Everything what was, it's not anymore. It's totally new era is coming, and for those, yeah, in the South and the North America see doing together and call themselves brothers again. I saw natives smile and said, how many times we told you that, but you didn't listen, right? Why didn't you listen? That's why, right? Not. Well, this is it for today. I will not do a long movie, and I'm really sorry about the sound before. I'm really amateur in all this, but I will try to do best each time. Well, for today, for tonight, this is it. See you next time. Bye bye all. Peace to the whole world, and stay in peace.